So I decided to skip the introduction on this last chapter. First of all, I couldn't figure out any place creative to go. And second of all, this is our last one, so I decided I'd just get right down to it. Chapter 10 is all about developing and maintaining customer relationships, or CRM, Customer Relationship Management. In marketing, CRM is absolutely key. CRM is all about maintaining customer relationships and managing those for repeat business. And we're going to get into that here in just a minute. So if you look at a marketing program is all about driving revenue through customer contacts. And in order to drive more revenue through customer contact, you want to get that repeat business. It's a lot easier to maintain a customer than to go out and find a new one. It costs a lot more to go out and find a new customer. It costs a lot more to get a customer to try your product or trials or anything like that. You've got to do a lot of advertising, oftentimes in sales promotions, where you've got to cut your price or you've got to offer some type of extra service or something like that. So by implementing an effective marketing strategy that deals with customer relationship management, especially in this rapidly changing business environment, is absolutely key to success for any marketing manager. It's becoming easier and easier to manage customer relationships because a lot of purchasing is done online these days. When someone does purchasing online, you can drop a cookie into the browser. You can understand what their purchase habits are, what they like, what they don't like. And it's better and it's easy to maintain that. Amazon is the bell cow, and we're going to talk about Amazon a little bit later. However, brick and mortar organizations can also do a great job of managing customer relationships to make sure that the shopping experience is good, that the products are in stock, that they have competitive pricing, that they have helpful people, and they actually help with customer intimacy. All of those things help with taking a look at your marketing plan and making your marketing plan even better to incorporate that customer relationship management. So let's talk about managing customer relationships. It all starts with customer value. What does the customer value? And that motivates customers to maintain loyalty. Customer value can also differ from customer to customer. Some people value just a low price, obviously, or Walmart wouldn't be one of the, if not, well, they are the largest brick and mortar store in the world. Some people like customer, or they value customer intimacy, which is why Amazon and Starbucks has been so successful over the year. Some people value convenience, which is why convenience stores are so popular, where you can just run in and get milk or a 6-pack of beer or a 12-pack of beer or something like that. So depending on what the customer values and depending on your target market, remember, everything in marketing starts with who are you going to do what to. Depending on your target market, if you understand the customer value, you will help with customer relationship management, or CRM. In order to understand that customer value, you have to have good employees and retain and motivate employees. Your supply chain has to be good so you can get products to your customers when they want customers, especially if those customers value convenience. And also your external stakeholders. How people feel about your customers also goes a long way in maintaining customer relationship. Relationship capital is, and they call it relationship capital, I call it lifetime value analysis. And that means how much a customer is worth to a company in their lifetime. Take Starbucks, for example. If you really like Starbucks and you like going back to Starbucks, think about it this way. You're going to work 250 days a year. You're going to work for almost 40 years. If you go to Starbucks and buy a cup of coffee for $5, every single day on your way to work. That's $5 times 250, which is 1,000, times 40 years. You're worth $40,000 to Starbucks. That's why relationship capital is so important, or lifetime value analysis. It talks about the value of a customer over that customer's lifetime. Ford was one of those people that really started that concept. Jack Nasser, the CEO of Ford, way back in the 90s, said, if I can get a young person to buy a Ford, and they really like a Ford and continue to buy a Ford, they're going to buy a car about every 4 years. And they're going to buy a car every 4 years the rest of their life. At about $50,000 to $60,000 per car, you can imagine just how much a customer is worth Ford. And therefore, Ford was one of the first ones to really embrace that customer value relationship and really embrace the concept of relationship capital. So developing relationship in consumer markets, it's really about representing and customer advocacy on behalf of the customer to ensure what they value, how they value it, and then to provide that value to the customer across all types of platforms, including social media for those that are going to shop online. Even if you're a brick and mortar, social media really helps with regards to bringing customers in, communicating with customers. And it's not just a one-way communication anymore. If you'll notice, when you're looking at some type of store online, oftentimes there's a little chat box down in the bottom where it says, how can I help you? Because they want that two-way communication. So you've got to abandon the old notions that acquiring new customers is how you increase transactions. That is not right. Again, what I said at the beginning of the lecture is it's a lot easier to maintain and grow a customer than it is to find a new one. So what you got to do is focus on serving their needs in order to get as much revenue as you can out of those customers. So it starts with awareness. They're aware of your product, and then the initial purchase. And then you really want to start working with that repeat customer. And then they become a client. They become an actual repeat customer, and they share an affinity to your programs, to your products, etc. And then it's building a community of customers. Jeep does a great job of that. Harley Davidson does a great job of building a community within that customer. So does Starbucks. Starbucks actually builds a community of coffee drinkers and coffee lovers within that. And that's why Starbucks market share is so much better than, say, Dunkin' or what's the hockey player up in Canada? Tim Hortons. And then you've got customer advocacy, where customers are talking about the product and they're recommending that product to other people. And then you've got success. And you continue with that success through AI-driven communications and sending emails and those types of things. So strategies for enhancing and maintaining customer relationships. Oftentimes, financial incentives are a good one. Social bonding. Think about Starbucks. Starbucks, what a brainstorm. Whoever came up with this idea ought to be anointed the CEO. Simply writing somebody's name on a cup of coffee. That's customer intimacy, and that's social bonding. And it makes customers feel good. It almost bonds you with that barista, and it makes you want to come back. Enhanced customization. Again, that's another example of Starbucks, but enhanced customization. The Amazon is the bell cow for that. Amazon, when you shop on Amazon, they'll say customers who bought this also bought that. You have customer reviews on the purchases that you're thinking about buying. You have free shipping. That's another financial incentive. So really, Amazon bundles all of these strategies into one particular experience for the shopper. And that's why Amazon is the #1 online retailer in the world. And Alibaba used to be out of China, but Amazon has really done a great job of eclipsing Alibaba through their strategies for enhancing and maintaining customer relationships. So we talked about financial incentives. The number one financial incentives for online shopping is free shipping. Amazon knows that. You become an Amazon Prime member. You become a community of Amazon, become that Prime member, you get free shipping. Couponing is also, and I've never clipped a coupon in my life. My mom does. That's her Sunday. She loves getting the Sunday paper and clipping coupons. But couponing, frequent customer programs like all of your credit cards or frequent flyers or Marriott points or something like that. And then effective short-term financial incentives. Those don't work as well. Sears tried that, and we know where Sears is right now. Social bonding. I talked about social bonding with Amazon. You know, you become a Prime member, you become a member of their club. Social bonding with Starbucks is another one. And Netflix does a lot of social bonding. They say people that like this show also like this show, or top picks for Ron Sicker or something like that. They actually bond socially. Health clubs and other things, golf courses use a lot of social bonding, and they have programs for their members, and they have member-only tournaments. At my golf club, they have a member-only tournament. They give priority tea times for members on Saturday and Sunday mornings, and they save those prime tea times for the members, so that you feel a social link to that particular organization. And then enhanced customization. We talked about Amazon. We talked about Netflix has enhanced customization. A lot of online retailers are getting more with enhanced customization to say, you bought this before. Here's what else you might like. Here's other products that people have bought that are like you. And it becomes almost like a personal shopper. It's used by department stores also on the brick and mortar side of the business. It promotes loyalty, and it's really difficult to copy. People like to go back to a store that they're familiar with and that they have customization. Isn't it nice to go into a place where someone knows your name? I know my mom goes to the bank every Saturday morning, and she gets out just walking around money for the week. Every time she walks into that bank, the teller says, "Hi, Charlotte." And my mom always says, I can't believe she remembers my name. But that's that enhanced customization and social bonding. And my mom loves going to the bank because when she walks in, the bank teller, even if the bank teller is serving somebody else, they'll look up and say, "Hi, Charlotte." And my mom loves it. That's that enhanced customization that really helps with that. And then, of course, structural bonding, customized solutions for service, automated transactions. A lot of people like that, automated transactions where you can scan and swipe. Walmart's doing that. Wegmans has started doing that. Aldi's has started doing that. And it helps with the convenience and other things like that. And then, of course, developing relationships in business market. That is absolutely key on a B2B role. A lot of it's done automatically now. A lot of it's done through the web. A lot of it's done where suppliers and customers are actually linked with their own services and that type of thing. That concludes part one. I will be back in just a minute with part two of this video lecture.